What if I told you that the greatest weapon in your arsenal, the one thing that could transform your relationships, your success, and your peace of mind, isn't something you have to buy or borrow? It's already within you. It's silence. Yes, that elusive, underrated quality we're told to break far too often. In a world obsessed with loud opinions and relentless chatter, silence is a rare and powerful art. And here's the secret. When you master it, life starts handing you its rewards without you even having to ask. Why? Because silence isn't emptiness. It's not passivity. It's a language in itself, one that communicates strength, confidence, and wisdom. The fewer words you use, the more power they carry. And yet, most of us squander this gift by speaking when we should be listening, revealing when we should be observing. We lose the opportunity to let our silence work wonders. Think about it. Have you ever walked into a room and been captivated by someone who speaks sparingly, each word chosen with precision? There's an undeniable magnetism in their presence. They don't demand attention, they command it. It's not magic, it's the mastery of silence, and it's a skill you can develop to unlock everything you've ever wanted. But how exactly does silence lead to success? Let's explore this transformative idea with 5 profound insights grounded in ancient Stoic philosophy and the timeless power of restraint. 1. Silence builds mystery and respect. Imagine entering a conversation where one person speaks incessantly, spilling every thought that crosses their mind, while another listens intently, offering only a few carefully chosen words. Which one leaves a lasting impression? It's the latter. Mystery has a magnetic pull. Silence keeps people guessing, and in doing so, it elevates you in their eyes. The less you say, the more they wonder about what you're thinking, what you know, and what you might reveal next. It's human nature to be intrigued by the unknown. When you don't reveal everything, you force others to fill in the gaps, and often they'll assume the best. This principle is deeply rooted in Stoicism. Marcus Aurelius often reflected on the virtue of restraint, emphasizing that what isn't said can be more powerful than what is. When you hold back, you aren't just saving your words, you're preserving your energy, your dignity, and your influence. In practical terms, silence works wonders in personal relationships and professional settings alike. Have you ever noticed that the loudest person in the room often gets ignored, while the quiet one earns respect? That's because silence isn't just the absence of noise, it's the presence of thoughtfulness. When you speak sparingly, your words carry weight, and people listen. So, the next time you're tempted to blurt out every detail about yourself or your plans, stop. Let silence create a sense of curiosity around you. Over time, you'll notice how people approach you differently, with more respect, more admiration, and more interest in what you have to say. 2. You gain the upper hand in conversations. Ever been in a debate where someone keeps talking, trying to prove their point, while you sit back, quietly observing? Who usually wins? It's not the one making the most noise. It's the one who listens, waits, and responds with precision. Silence is your greatest ally in conversations and negotiations. When you speak less, you learn more. You hear the nuances in someone's tone, the hesitations in their voice, the gaps in their arguments. And when you do speak, you can tailor your response to hit exactly where it matters most. Take a moment to picture a chess game. The best players don't rush their moves. They observe, strategize, and let their opponent reveal their intentions. Silence works the same way. It allows you to study the other person's motives, strengths, and weaknesses before you make your move. In a world that values quick comebacks and constant chatter, silence sets you apart as someone who thinks deeply and acts deliberately. And the benefits don't stop at conversations. Silence also teaches you to listen to yourself, to your instincts, your emotions, and your inner wisdom. That's a skill most people overlook, and it's one that can change the course of your life. 3. Protects your plans from sabotage. There's a reason the old saying, "Don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing," has endured for centuries. It's because people can't ruin what they don't know about. When you keep your ambitions, goals, and struggles to yourself, you shield them from the envy, criticism, and interference of others. Sharing your plans prematurely invites unnecessary opinions, doubts, and even subtle sabotage. Not everyone who listens has your best interests at heart. Think of your dreams as seeds. When you plant them in silence, they have the chance to take root and grow strong before they're exposed to the elements. But if you show them to the world too soon, they're vulnerable to being trampled on or uprooted by others' negativity. This doesn't mean you have to live a life of secrecy, but it does mean being selective about what you share and with whom. Protecting your plans isn't about distrust. It's about discernment. Silence gives you the space to nurture your goals without distraction or interference, allowing you to focus on what truly matters. 4. Enhances self-control and focus. Have you ever said something in the heat of the moment and regretted it immediately? Words, once spoken, can't be taken back. They have the power to harm relationships, damage reputations, and create conflicts that could have been avoided with a little restraint. Silence teaches you self-control. It forces you to pause, reflect, and consider the consequences of your words before you speak. This isn't just about avoiding mistakes. It's about cultivating a mindset of focus and intention. When you're silent, you free yourself from the distractions of meaningless chatter. You conserve your energy for the things that truly matter, your passions, your goals, and your growth. This clarity of purpose is what separates the successful from the mediocre. Imagine trying to hit a target while constantly looking over your shoulder, distracted by every noise around you. Now imagine standing still, silent, with your eyes locked on your goal. Which version of you is more likely to succeed? 5. Fosters inner peace and clarity. In a noisy world, silence is a sanctuary. It's where you find yourself, stripped of the opinions, expectations, and chaos that cloud your mind. When you embrace silence, you create space for self-reflection. You begin to understand your thoughts, your emotions, and your desires on a deeper level. This self-awareness is the foundation of a fulfilling life, because it allows you to make decisions that align with your values and your vision for the future. Silence also frees you from the constant need for validation. When you stop seeking approval from others, you realize that you already have everything you need within you. This realization is liberating. It's the moment you stop chasing and start attracting. Inner peace isn't something you find in the noise of the world. It's something you cultivate in the quiet of your own mind. And once you have it, everything else, success, respect, happiness, falls into place. Silence isn't a weakness, it's a strength. It's not about retreating from the world, but engaging with it in a way that's deliberate, thoughtful, and powerful. So the next time you're tempted to fill the silence, resist. Let it work for you. After all, in the words of the Stoics, silence is the soul's refuge.